Why are fish slimy? The one time that I went fishing as an 8 or a 10-year-old, I was pretty excited about it, caught a fish, but then the time came to take the fish off the hook. And as I went to do that, the slime of the fish just really creeped me out. I couldn't handle it. Why are fish slimy? Well, scientists give us 3 purposes for this fish slime. Namely, the first, that the slime coats the scaly surface of the fish to help the fish swim easily through the water. Secondly, the slime affords in protection from surface invaders, like bacteria. And thirdly, the slime serves as a medicinal agent for the fish to aid in recovery of surface wounds. Today is Ash Wednesday. We too, today, get slimed up, a mix of ash and water, and it gets smeared on our forehead as a sign of where we've come from and where we're going to return to. The cross of Christ is that sign, is that slime for Christians. Tertullian, one of the great early thinkers of the church, reminds us that we too are fish. We follow the example of the great fish, of Jesus Christ. Tertullian says, "But we, little fishes, after the example of our own Jesus Christ, are born in water, nor have we safety in any other way than by permanently abiding in water." To be a little fish after the great fish Jesus means that we have to also have protection. That this ashy slime serves to remind us that we are dust, and to dust we will return. And it's also an invitation to look past the things that distract us from realizing that we are little fish. As we journey into Lent beginning today, we need to remember that this slime that we wear today is not so easily washed off. The slime that we receive today reminds us of our baptism. And as Tertullian says, as Christians, we can abide nowhere else but in the waters of baptism. So for your Lenten reflection, as we stand at the beginning of this great season, is to consider the 3 purposes for the slimy cross of Christ placed on our forehead. First, like fish, we need the slimy cross in order to swim the current of our secular culture. There is so much around us that can distract us from the life and mission that Jesus Christ calls us to, from the life and mission of our baptismal promises. If we lose sight of that slimy cross, all hope is lost. The voice of Jesus becomes muddied in muddied water. But that slimy cross today can help cut through the current, can help cut through the distractions, and remind us that we are little fish called to follow the great fish. A second reason for our slimy cross today is to ward off temptation. Just like the slime wards off surface invaders like bacteria, temptation can come up out of nowhere. It can distract us, pull us away, get us off course. But that slimy cross reminds us that no temptation, nothing can take us away from the love of God. And so we must keep swimming. And thirdly, this slimy cross reminds us that in order to have the medicine of God's mercy, grace, and forgiveness, we have to remember that we are to follow the Lord. That by swimming behind the great fish Jesus, we have access in abundance of God's mercy, love, and forgiveness. The slimy cross that you'll wash off at the end of the day today is much more than just a sign. It serves as a symbol for us. A symbol that through this Lenten season, we too continue to swim despite all of the negative feelings or the negative emotions that we can get from the world, the promise of Jesus Christ is that in the waters of baptism, we are set free. Swim toward Easter. Keep your eye on the great fish. And as you swim, be thankful for the slimy cross, that cross on which our Savior hung, so that we might be able to swim freely.